From the stunning village of Shirakawa-go to the amazing temple town of Takayama, the rural side of Japan has just as much to offer as the big cities, perhaps even more.
What the fuck? What are you doing up there? Come down! Ah!
Here you go. Was it that hard? I mean, why would you have to climb up there to talk to me? I don't get you sometimes. Anyway, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2025. It's your boy Kner, back from the 2024. It's your boy Kner Orsevos, and I'm happy to have you here today because I managed to edit the second part of our trip in Japan, and I'm so excited to share it with you, to show you the rural side of Japan, the onsen city of Hakone, the mountains of Takayama, and the amazing, astonishing village of Shirakawa-go, which is, I mean, it's something out of a fairy tale. I wanted to thank you so much for your love and support on the previous video. If you haven't already seen part 1, I want to place it here or here. I don't know, it will be the first time that I will import another video inside. So anyway, if you haven't seen part 1, see part 1 of the trip. This is part 2. And I'm so excited to share it with you and go on to part 3. Before proceeding, if you liked the previous video and this one, you know what to do. Give a like or a share, or give your comments below, or share it with a friend that would like to visit Japan and likes this kind of videos. So without further ado, let's go to Hakone.
So after leaving Tokyo, we visited the onsen town of Hakone. Onsen means a hot spring in Japanese. And Hakone is a beautiful small town by the base of the mountain, full of hot spring resorts, or ryokans in Japanese, and many activities to do around. The first thing we did, we took this picturesque red train and climbed the mountain to visit the Hakone Open Air Museum. It is a massive park full of art, sculptures, and art installations that would take almost all of your day to visit them. With a size of 70,000 square meters, it's like taking a walk in a giant art playground. They also have an amazing collection of Picasso's work there, a little above 300 pieces of paintings, sketches, and ceramics. Unfortunately, recording wasn't allowed in there, so I don't have anything to show you from there. After this art blast, we returned to our ryokan, where we had rented a traditional room that had amazing view on the mountains. And this was definitely the best view we had from a room in Japan. Later this evening, we took a bath on a private onsen, which wasn't that much pleasant during the heat of August, but it was nice enough. And after that, we enjoyed our dinner in the room with traditional Japanese food and rested for the activities of the next day. So this was one of our most active days in Japan, since we left the hotel very early and went straight up to ascend Mount Hakone and see the active volcano valley of Owakudani. At about 1,000 meters high, you can see the active steaming vents and smell the sulfur. I really get dizzy while ascending with a cable car, but it was still fun. It was a really unique sight. After that, we descended to Lake Asi, from where we hoped to get an amazing view of Mount Fuji. But sadly, it was really cloudy, so we got unlucky there. But we settled for a trip with a beautiful pirate ship across the lake. It wasn't the Going Merry or the Thousand Sunny from One Piece, but it really felt for a little while like we were sailing on the Grand Line. Once we arrived at the port on the other side, we had to rush back to Hakone by bus because we had to leave for our next destination, Takayama. It was a tiring trip of around 5 hours in total because we had to change to Odawara and then again change trains in Nagoya. so we arrived at night at around 10 p.m. But it was a perfect time to have a chill night walk and find something tasty to eat again. Today we rented bicycles from our hotel and got around exploring Takayama and its many temples. Of course, we got our Goswins in every temple we visited, and it was really funny and exciting for the locals that they saw two random foreigners asking around about Goswins. We took the Higashiyama walking course, where we wandered the whole day at the beautiful temples and shrines that are spread around the edge of the old city of Takayama. Everything was surrounded by amazing nature, beautiful gardens, koi ponds, and a sense of calmness that made the whole day feel like meditation. Later on, we returned to the city streets, which were so peaceful, and gazed the noon view of the Miyagawa River. For dinner, we had ramen, of course, and some of the local Hida beef, which is one of the finest beefs Japan has to offer. We finished the day with a night walk around the beautiful streets of the old part of Takayama, and again went to rest. So, this day we went for a day trip to the beautiful village of Shirakawa-go, one of Japan's UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Around 1 hour away by bus from Takayama lies this beautifully preserved traditional village, mainly known for its huge thatched roof houses. You can visit some of them inside because they have preserved them like museums, and it's amazing to walk around and gaze the scenic view from the windows. We spent the whole day there, walking around, eating amazing food, and having a nice coffee and a cozy suite in an amazing jazz cafe before heading back to Takayama. For our last day in Takayama, we decided to take it easy and explore the city market casually. First of all, a stop at one of the numerous bridges of Takayama to gaze the view of Miyagawa River. Then I was begging Miltini to visit a massive manga place. The place was called Geo, and it was even better than Tokyo because we were all alone and the place was huge, including also games and figures. After that, we took a tour of a traditional building in the old part of Takayama, which included some very beautiful gardens. We continued our walk in the old city market, where it was so hot a local elderly woman was trying to cool the streets with fresh cool water from the river that was passing through these small canals at the side of the street. Then I tried a bite from this rice wafer dipped in soy sauce, and it was terrible. At around midday, we decided to go on a sake tasting spree. Takayama has some well-known sake breweries, so they offer sake tasting tours. So we got these small sake cups in gacha machines and started our tasting journey. Here you see only the second brewery we visited, where I tried a cup of all these 12 bottles. Kanpai! Also, for some strange reason, Snoopy is very popular in Japan, and we came across some amazing sculptures like these. Or, I don't know, was I still dizzy from all the sake previously? I don't know. After all the sake and exploring, we found a really cozy izakaya, and we enjoyed our meal of local delicacies. And that was about the end of our days in Takayama. Stay tuned for the next and final part of our trip in Japan, where we visited the historic city of Kyoto, the ceramist village of Shigaraki, and our final days in Tokyo.
So this was the second amazing part of our visit to Japan. It was almost all around the rural areas of Japan, and I mean, I probably loved the nature even more than the cities, but as I said before, everything in this country is amazing. The food, the nature, the technology, the people, everything was so welcoming and so enjoyable to be around. Make sure you enjoy your eyes on the part 1 and part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, here's the part 1. So, enjoy yourself, take care, Happy New Year again, and see you on the next video. Bye bye!